Lord. I'm gonna tell you this. You want to understand something very odd, very different about life? There's no real OGs. There are no OGs. There might be some people who started some shit, put on, but there are no OGs out here. Understand why? If the government started gangs to, create control over, that through the Tavistock community, they created control over the mind state. You can go look this up. And the Committee of 300? You go look this shit up. And I'm gonna show you just because my dirty ass has been in the trenches and digging through this information. So I came back to report this to you. There are no OGs actually alive. No OGs actually exist. If a nigga tell you he started a gang, he's either in prison or dead. The actual person who probably started the shit, dead. Or in prison. Very, 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 very few. Very, very, very few. The reason being, I say this, people could say Jeff Ford, Larry Hoover, Tookie Williams, Raymond Stanley. You got OG Mac, you got, plenty of people. Let me just say this is, if you were thinking about gangs as a tribe, if you were thinking about gangs on some shit like this, if you think about gangs from a standpoint like this, you're from this region, he's from this region, he from this region, he from this region, this, blah, blah, blah. What goes on over here is local to you. What goes on here is local to you, but imagine if these niggas all started pressing up here, and they over here, over here, over here. It still remains local. So how do we get this international gangbanging shit? It's an idea through the Tavistock community. I mean, this is a idea through the various, who is this painted by? I can't remember. Nonetheless, my point is, there are no OGs alive. And the reason they killed these OGs is because they had the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of how to control the masses. They also had the muscle. So guess what? If I was an OG and I started a gang, I started a social club, let's put it in different perspectives. If I started any organization that amasses to generating money, because that's what it's all about when you look at this. Money, gold, all through this shit. You can find gold mines all through here, all through here, all through here, all through here, all through here. There's minerals everywhere on this world. And that's, sometimes what people gotta understand. It's all about the money. So, like I was saying, if I'm the tribe leader over here, and we got a lot of resources and we're doing a lot of things good for ourselves, what if I say, you know what? We need to expand. And let's say that there's 200,000 people that are under my word, I can't say command. You know why? Because everybody's gonna be swayed by the opinion. Everybody's gonna be swayed by what they see me do. So that's a gang leader. Now as a gang leader, if I tell my people, let's do something with ourselves and let's take over this land here. Why don't we be the biggest gang? And then niggas start finding out there's gangs over here, here. So that creates wars. So you either get down or lay down. And half the time, I'm gonna not even say half the time, but I'm gonna say 90% of the time, niggas lay down before they really get down. Ain't nobody coming off on the rah-rah savage shit. Why? Because question and inquiry is the first state of every man. Dig me. You got motherfuckers over here, right? Now you mean to tell me this over here took over this, and they can't get this? They neighbors and this? You mean to tell me this took this? It can't get this, but it took, this, it separated, became this. Peep this map. Because look who's ganged up before World War III. And that's what made me think about this shit. If a gang leader could control 200,000 people as a black man in the South Central, the Chicago, the Miami, the motherfucking New York area, imagine if that shit turned global and all the participants of his gang listened and followed his orders. Now this gang leader coming from over here, notice this shit green, red, yellow or gold. You see me? You see me? And Kazemi. Do you see me in Kazemi? You see, there's green, there's red, and there's gold. So what does that tell you? There's only 3 places of mind, body, and soul on this motherfucking map. And it's all grouped and ganged up together to do different functions. So you got the heart chakra. Red is what? It's blood. Green, you know, you got grass and you got the earth over here. But this gold shit, oh, that's all the metals and precious shit in between. So, man, earth machine is the World War III we facing right now. Man's lower self. Man reaches his heart self. Man reaches his soul self. So, how do we start in the middle of history? What the OG Bobby Hemmett told me, the old guy. How do we start history in the middle of history over here in this region? Because Ethiopia gets included in that just by having the first Christianity church. And then they stretch up here. All of this shit had been ancient and, you know, taught. So you mean to tell me the niggas right next door who built the most of, you know, pyramids and, you know, the most? So think about it like this. If your shorties tell you, oh, that's my ex, he had the biggest dick I ever seen, but you fucked me the most and the best, and I come the most with fucking with you, what's gonna feel better? You did it the most versus you did some really big shit. Yeah, that's cool, you did it one time, but nigga, we repeatedly do it because this is our science. This is us. And what I tell you, this is the heart. Mind and body. And for the heartland of the world is Africa. You look at the motherfucking backbone, and the mind is actually Australia to these Russian Asians, continentals. And then you got the soul over here in the gold, man. This is the Americas. Everybody from over here wants to be here. Why? Because the soul is the gold and the gold is the soul. I'm talking GOLD. Because you get old and you drop off a L. If you win and you just God. So if you're in the gold, but you're still taking the L as a human, it's still good to be here in the gold. Imagine being in the green. You could turn to the red real quick on some stock trading shit. Yada I mean? Yada. But nigga, think about it. If I had control of this region here, and I said, let's go take over this, and turn all of this gold too, what type of Sikh deviant would I be? Because if everybody in the world and all 7 billion, you know, whatever amount of us as it is, if all of that was true, if we could all fit in this motherfucker, and, you know, all 7 billion of us could sit concentrated in any one of these motherfucking places, you know? Why do we have so much beef over the little territory we actually control? Because a lot of y'all niggas don't even walk a mile. So how the fuck are you gonna get mad and think about the world that you live in is a motherfucking thing that is being fucked up around you, but you don't even understand the phases of this world. So come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Let's get real. Let's be real. If all the hard work is here and this is, you know, the situation you working with, and then this becomes your body. So let's look at, you know, black people that come from this region, and let's even talk about the black people out of these regions, in these regions. You ain't never seen Rudy Gobert ass any French. The Portuguese, then you got all them niggas that do that shit, you know, same linguistic wise up in, you know. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is what the World War III is about. Everybody's trying to change their color to be across the map. The body want to do what the body want to do. The mind want to do what the mind want to do. And the soul is like, nigga, I'm right here. If y'all could get to me, everything is all good. But y'all keep fighting amongst yourselves. And you ain't going to get none of the shit that's going on. You just go stay divided and inflated. But tell me I'm wrong, please. Tell me I'm wrong, because I like to learn.